Test, 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 test. To do the world was hello. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Test, 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 test. To do the world was hello. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Test, 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 test. To do the world was hello. Thank you. Bye.
Good evening, folks. Sorry, it's story time, apparently. What were you saying?
Talking about the story about the lady that got the liquid suspension, and she called in and she's like, I just got this big bottle of liquid and it says I'm supposed to take 5 milliliters of bottom out every day. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I ain't know that math.
I ain't know that math.
I don't know what to say.
Jesus Christ. Alright, we're making another character tonight. they got some of the newer combat skills, so I'm just taking the opportunity to yeah, play them. Oh, let's see.
Maybe it's not enough. It's just common sense.
Dual-wielding spears. Interesting. I don't know that math. Oh, I fear for our future.
It's 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons.
What?
5 minutes, you're sure.
Yeah. She's sharing humorous workplace stories. Alright, let me get comfortable here. I'm so glad I don't. Oops. I changed the layout of this. I'm used to the old one. Ah, you can do both of them. The wiki said you can only do one of them. I guess they were wrong. Well, wiki, how about that? Boy, that's some hideous looking armor he's wearing. Let's go kill some bugs. I must say I'm digging it so far. I did played a dual-wield character on the live servers once, but I'm pretty sure I did it wrong, so I didn't realize you had to take a dispersing. What's going on? Didn't realize you had to take a weapon skill to go along with it. Well, what do we got here? Oh, it's greaves. I thought it was sleeves. Yeah, I noticed that. They were a bit erroneous in the reporting of his military standing. He was in the military. He just wasn't in Nam. He was an electrician. Somebody pulled up his military records on YouTube. Somebody on YouTube pulled up his military record. There's like a stolen valor channel or something like that. They look for these people who make these military claims and you know, check the validity of them. Oh, Jesus Christ. They do this just to torture new players. He has a history of being loosey-goosey with the truth, though. That Phillips guy. All right, kiddo. Good night. Love you. Oh, look at me leveling like a madman. Shit, I can still get it. Ah. I don't have the strength to carry all this stuff. Maytag man, that's funny. Alright, I guess before I go any further, I should go get buffed. It took me forever to get this set up today. I did a complete fresh reinstall because of all the crashing I was having last night. And, man, it was a pain in the ass. And it turned out to just be something silly. Wonder if he can fix my dryer. Got a loose belt. Probably easy. Oh well. More nails in their coffin. We're here now, we might as well treat them like neighbors. They do party hard. I remember down in Florida on the weekends. But they work down there. Florida's one of those weird states where you pretty much have to work to survive. Not a lot of handouts, I mean. At least they don't make it easy. To the best of my knowledge. I'm gonna grab a coffee. I'll be right back. Sorry, I know it's a quick break, but I'm buffing. Alright, sorry about that. Says, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. Hey, thanks for coming and plugging your channel. I don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to bait me? It is. Shut up, Dick. I miss having storage space. Thank you, sir. How you doing? How's the coding coming? Yeah, mug. You feel a lifting from your shoulders of a lot of extra weight. Good. I'm doing good. Stop. Where is he? I don't know if my buffs are done. Just casting all these spells. Boon of Ting. There's my Dual-Wield. Okay, back to Yarak. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, that's a finesse weapon. We'll take it. Looks too much like Lolita's bow. I'm not taking it. Having fun just making new characters. Can you imagine? You should share, I don't know if you're still here, Zeus, but you should share with them your solution to the banning of armor on other people. You're gonna need trust if you keep it up. Parents are going to want grandkids someday. Be careful. I honestly have nothing to talk about today. Nothing exciting happened. Isn't he the guy that they elected? Isn't that what all the kerfluffle is about? I mean, that's pretty much a no-brainer. Maduro has done nothing but harm to that country. But I don't know. Screw them. Screw them. Screw them. They had their chance. They had every opportunity in the world. Sitting on tons of wealth. Got lazy and stupid. I know I'm missing something. I always miss something in this dungeon. Ah, the knife. There, that's that. You do realize that's bad form, right? To go into somebody else's stream and plug your channel like that without permission. Or, you know, whatever. If you care. If you care. Play too many different games. Can never remember what the commands are. All right, off to Holberg. We got a pie. I'm just doing these until I get to, well, heck, I'm almost level 10 now. Ah, wrong server. On Fizzle Classic, there's a Holberg portal right here. Let's head over to Shaoxi and get those 2 or 3 done. And then we'll be good enough to start the facility hub. And our first dungeon is down this way. Literally spent all day trying to get this. I reinstalled the client because, you know, if you were here last night, you know that it was crashing left and right. So I felt I needed a new reinstall because I just mangled the old one. Copying patch files back and forth, installing this, uninstalling that, whatever. Put it through its paces. So I decided to do a fresh clean install of everything. Man, it was a pain in the ass. There is somebody here. There he is. Oh good, that'll save us some time. It's nice to see one single person running around instead of one person with an army of 10 following them. A lot of macros on Reefcull. Or, I guess multi-boxing or whatever the hell they call it. I don't know what they call it on here. I was going to tell him he'd go first, but apparently he already knew that. Biden's gem. Good old Biden. Come on. Oh, you're not doing the quest? Well, what the hell? All that free XP. It's the only reason I'm here. Maybe he's just getting trophies or something. I don't know. Turn-ins. Seems kind of weird dual-wielding spears. Is there any historical precedence for that? Oh, look at there. It's a spear and a finesse weapon. The racial weapon is spear, I guess. Now, hold on. There we go. What's that? 8? That's 8 things. Yep, we're good. It's all yours, buddy.
Splendid, chum. This looks like a job for legal tender.
Dispersing. Thank you, sir. You're an officer and a gentleman. Sorry, I'm not more entertaining than that. Trying to recover from dinner. I ate too much or something. I gotta stop eating. I think I'm just gonna go like on a fasting diet or something for like a week. Not eat for a week. Nothing but coffee and water. You have to drink water. No, that can't be true. That can't be true at all. Democrats said there was no such thing. The votes were secure. They knew who every registered voter was. They were all registered citizens. Democrats wouldn't lie about something like that. Complete and utter bollocks. Did you see the legislation passed in New York State, the abortion legislation? If it ain't crowning, you can kill it, basically. And even if it is crowning, as long as everybody looks the other way. It is. Now, regardless of your stance on, pro-life, pro-choice, whatever, pro-abortion, we were talking, the female and I can't say they don't have it coming, about slippery slopes. I just remember this stand-up comic doing a joke. Who was it? Ellen? I think it might have been. Yeah, it might have been Ellen when she did her coming out show. When she first announced to the world that she was a glorious lesbian. She said, "Why is it whenever they talk about normalizing gays and stuff, that they always go right to the animals? They always, next thing you know, you're going to legalize sleeping with animals." And she was making jokes about, no, Joe, not here. What's going on, Joe? But anyhow, she made this joke, and this was years ago, mind you. This was the early 90s. And, lo and behold, Canada does their landmark legalization of semi-legalization of bestiality. And the same holds true for the whole abortion thing. Where does it stop? Rape, incest, harm to the mother. Okay, we'll give you that, but no more. Okay, we'll go as far as first term or first trimester. We'll give you first trimester. What's to stop them from saying, a month after birth? What's going to be interesting in New York, particularly, is the first pregnant woman to get murdered. How are you going to rule on that? Because traditionally it's considered a double murder. Now I'm of the opinion that I don't have a uterus, so I really don't have a dog in the fight. But B, it should be restricted. Not for any religious reasons. Not for any, well, I guess not for more, I don't want to say not for moral reasons, because it is kind of a moral reason. You're laying right on the stone, dude. There we go. But simply because it encourages people to engage in bad behavior. When you're using it as a means of birth control, it's gone too far. Especially a taxpayer-funded means of birth control. It's whether Planned Parenthood gets funding anymore or not, medical card is still a thing. Taxpayer-funded medical care is still a thing. And I'm now being put into a position where I have to pay for your bad behavior. I already have to pay for your birth control, because you can't control your hormones enough to just not engage in bad behavior. What the hell? Why can't I wield that? It's a finesse weapon. Oh, I broke it. Oh, I broke it. Oh shit, I broke it. I broke it. It's all your fault. Alright. You hear that? Quick, quick, quick. Shit. I really broke it. I suppose there's a bug report there somewhere, but I don't have time to do it right now. My lack of a religious conviction allows me to be a little more flexible on that subject than somebody like Ben Shapiro, for example. I don't even want to get into that. My only beef is you want to engage in behavior that's irresponsible. Apparently he can't wield swords. Is it multi-strike? No, it's not multi-strike. Why the hell can I wield it? Oh, 250 wield. That's why. Yeah, there is that. But even birth control, they're going to engage in this stuff. I'd rather they not get pregnant. Fine. Okay, whatever. Are you in a position to accept the responsibility for the action you're about to partake in, regardless what that action is? I guess is the point that I'm trying to make. Very poorly, I might add. Keep getting distracted by things. I'm sure you know what I'm trying to say, but if you're not willing to fall down the mountain, you're not going to climb up the mountain. If you're not willing to get your fingers blown off, you're not going to play with the fireworks. Although people do. And they get their fingers blown off. If you're not willing to accept the responsibility of owning a handgun, you shouldn't own a handgun. These are just examples. If you're not willing to accept the consequences of engaging in sex with another human being, don't engage in sex with another human being. Period. You can't give me any valid argument to the contrary. Sex is not a God-given right. Or whatever your religious affiliation is. It's not a necessity, unless you're looking to procreate. I wonder if I can dual-wield double-strike weapons. That's interesting. If you're not willing to lose money at the casino, are you going to go gambling? The only difference here is the consequences are much greater. We keep giving people excuses to engage in bad behavior instead of making them feel ashamed for engaging in bad behavior. And it's maddening. It's freaking maddening. And I know I'm not like the ideal candidate to talk about this because I had a child at a very young age. But, you know, abortion was never an option. We engaged in the behavior. We had the child. Second time around, second wife, same deal. We engaged in the behavior. We had the child. We accept the responsibility. This time around, didn't even think it was a possibility. Come on, don't start this again. Not that I'm some moral paragon or anything like that, but Jesus fucking Christ, people have to just take responsibility for their actions. If you know you're going to get free rehab, it's going to be much easier to put the needle in your arm. But if you know that there's not going to be anybody there to cover your ass, you're going to be a little more careful about making that choice. People are still going to. I'm not disputing that. People are still going to make those bad decisions. But they're also going to be held accountable for those bad decisions. Now, it's going to mean that some parents are going to bring kids into the world that really shouldn't be bringing kids into the world. You know, it sucks for that kid, it sucks for that parent. It really does. I'm not disputing that. But then everybody else that sees that situation is going to see how much it sucks for that person. And because society has your back, it's okay to look down on that person for making that bad decision. Doesn't mean you can't feel pity. Doesn't mean you can't be empathetic to that person. I'm not doing this very poorly. Whatever. It's just people have too many outs now. Nobody's accountable for anything anymore. It irritates the hell out of me. Gonna eat my pie. I wish I had some sleeves to go with that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, I chased everybody away with my ranting. Is that everything? I believe so. That's some heavy freaking armor. Alright, well, while this goes on, I'm going to grab a coffee. Alright. I think this guy's trying to buff my shield, which I don't have. And I don't know a way around that. The two new combat abilities, the Dual-Wield and the two-hand combat, don't use shields, whereas every other melee, finesse, heavy, and light, do use shields. So that's part of the buff profile. But I just do Dual-Wield from now on. Seems to cover all of them. Now we're going to try this damn ogre dungeon again that we got lost in last time. Sell that. It's just too heavy. What were we talking about? Well, it chased everybody away. Yeah. Well, it's a win-win for him. He gets credit for, even though some of his diehards are going to accuse him of buckling under. He did the right thing. I didn't care that the government was shut down, but some people apparently were upset about that. Didn't really have any impact on me. Didn't really have any impact on the vast majority of Americans. Angry Dad, what's going on? How's tricks? So for him to go ahead and reopen, okay, he looks like he's willing to deal. Giving him the 21-day time period was smart, because it puts the ball in their court. Now you guys have to come up with a deal, Republicans and Democrats. This isn't just a... Oh, nice. From so the upgrade to your account was worth it then. Not forge armor? Oh. What was I trying to say? I get so distracted. I'm still feeling a bit off from the ailment. He forces both Republicans and Democrats to come together with a plan that both keeps the government open and gives him his wall. Either way, he's getting a wall. It doesn't matter. If after the 21 days they don't come to an agreement, then they all look bad. And you're going to see some seats getting turned over to new candidates in 2020, which they all fear, of course, taking away their livelihood. He just declares a state of emergency, gets the military to go in there and build the wall. They take it to the Ninth Circuit. Ninth Circuit turns it down. He appeals it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court rules it just valid. He gets his wall. It's going to take him a little longer, but he doesn't need Congress anymore. He's never needed Congress. He was just willing to. He wanted to go through proper channels. He wanted to do it properly. He wanted everybody to get together and do something together for the good of the nation. And it was a win-win for everybody. the Democrats following Pelosi down this path are just dooming themselves. And they're too stupid to realize it. Because they're so fervently anti-Trump. They need to hate him. To the point where they're just going to make bad decisions. Rather than, you know, and jeopardize their political futures. Rather than just open up their eyes and realize that you know this, you know what I'm preaching to the choir kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Their desire to hate has just become all-encompassing. They can't view the world in any other way anymore. And it's sad. For something that they themselves voted on not that long ago, not that many years ago. They were all in favor of it, overwhelmingly. I believe everybody in the Senate voted for it back when they sought to increase border security under Bush and Obama. Everybody thought it was a good idea. Sure. The only reason they think it's a bad idea is because it's Trump's idea. Yeah, they did. Well, and what's his name? Bill Maher. He's I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he would rather see the country go up in flames than see Trump do a good job. And as much as I despised Obama, I would have rather he done a good job. I would have rather he had done something that I could say, all right, you did a good job. Than to take the entire country into purgatory with him. And I hated that man. I hated that man with a passion. Yeah, pretty much. It just flies in the face of rational thinking. These are no longer rational people, and they're running our country. They're making laws that govern the lives of every single one of us. Left, right, center, it doesn't matter. We're all getting screwed by this. And you seem to forget that, you know, laws that affect one American affects all Americans. It doesn't affect just left-leaning Americans or right-leaning Americans. It affects all of us. We're all in this together. And it is literally us versus them. Us, the American people, versus them, the politicians. And that's the way it should be. Because they aren't our friends. They don't have our best interests at heart. Politicians never do. Politicians have politicians' best interests at heart, and it's our job to keep them in check. All of us. I don't care what side of the aisle you stand on. But because all these little petty arguments and differences and whatnot, and people just unwilling to stop hating each other for just a minute. Take a step back. Take a breath. girlfriend was commenting on the price of juice. I don't know. She was buying juice like a year ago. The same juice that we get for our daughter was $2.99. Now it's $3.89. And she said the price of juice has gone up so much, and she couldn't understand how it costs so much more to make this juice now than it did then. It doesn't cost more to make it. It's just the dollar's worth less. And that's the part that they don't want you to realize, is that they're just destroying the economy, but they're playing you for a fool by telling you that the cost of manufacturing is going up. No, it's not. It costs exactly the same. They're using the exact same production methods, the exact same labor force. It's just the value of the dollar is less. You get less with every dollar you spend. And that's part of the game that they're playing with us. All of us. We're all being affected by this. But because Orange Man's so bad, and I'm not trying to come off as some big, pro-Trumper. I'm not. He entered the political arena, and so I hold him to the same standards I hold any other politician, and they ain't very high standards. I call him out when he screws up. We should be out of Syria. No ifs, ands, or buts. We should be out of the Middle East entirely. Job done. The man's dead. Our sole reason for going over there is done. We should not be in Afghanistan for 17 years. Did we learn nothing from Russia? Did we learn nothing from the British? You cannot win a war in Afghanistan. You cannot. What makes you think we're so much better? Russia was right there. They didn't even have to transport resources overseas. Everything they needed was right there. They just had to drive a little bit. And they couldn't get it done. And what are you even seeking to accomplish? What is your end game? How can you look at that situation and say, okay, we've accomplished this, we've won? I mean, originally it was Bin Laden. Get Bin Laden, we won. Okay, well, he's dead. Little Dachi. I know I'm going flailing around here. Deadberg. I know I pronounced that wrong probably, but how you doing? I'll be lost in this dungeon all freaking night again. Oh, I have a map now. Ah. I forgot I fixed it. Cool. Finally got one right. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. It's a little slow tonight. Chased everybody away with my abortion talk. Dispersing's fault. He started it. Alright, where are we at here? Just wait until I find out where I'm at. Stop attacking me. This is such a big dungeon for a newbie dungeon. Okay, we're here. There's the drop, there's the enter. 4 brings us out. Where's 4 brings us out? Here. Well, let's go down there. The simple fact of the matter is we're all being played for fools. Most of us are going along with it blindly. Because it's better than the alternative. The alternative is admitting that tough days are ahead. And very few of us are equipped to deal with that. Or willing to deal with that, or want to deal with that. Nobody does. I mean, naturally nobody does. But, did you come from up top? No. What the hell? Atlas, what's going on? Okay, I am here facing south. So if I go, excuse me. So if I go over here, I'm now under this walkway. Is there... I don't know what the hell this is on the map. Oh, that must be upstairs. So I'm here facing south. And again, there's nothing. There's nothing here. Why the hell am I in this room? I made another character. Oh, okay. There we go. I was really upset that the armor thing didn't work on Gear Knight, so I didn't want to play him today. Just for that reason. Well, that's better than what I'm wearing now. That's better than what I'm wearing now. Heck, I could probably even wear those. Okay, we came across here. We're in this room. Oh. Can I not hit you? Oh, I did. I killed him. I didn't realize I killed him that quick. Am I lagging? What the hell's going on? Did I crash? Alright. Well, I still got chat going. Back with coffee, Tequila Joe. Something is going on here. I'm getting some packet loss. Hey, the alloy tool's down there. I didn't know that. Alright, I'm gonna relog. Something's going on. There we go. White sapphire. We can wear ugly bassinets on this guy because you can't see the helmet. What's the armor level on this 120? there's no reason to go down there. It just takes me down to here, which is a dead end. Okay, so let's go back to the middle. That's where I want to go. This is why I take lockpick. Yeah, he just population was low. And he saw no reason to continue doing it when he could just dedicate more time to working on the code for the betterment of all. It was fun. Yeah. There's another classic server that's up and running. So the classic concept isn't dead. Just that particular server is. Okay. God wills it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the follow. There will be somebody screaming at you about that in just a little bit.
Listen.
There he is.
And learn.
Where the heck am I? That way, and then came down. Driss, what's going on? Doing good. Doing good. Doing well. Where's 6 bring us out? That brings us to 7. Ah. Okay. Progress. It's good. It always has been. Always been a good server. I was just really excited about the classic content on Zeus's server. Much more because I didn't get a chance to play a lot of the newer content by the time it came out. So I always felt uncomfortable with it because I just didn't know enough about it. But the classic content I knew a lot more about. Old shoe kind of thing. What was I doing? There's a big old golem down here. Just going to try to bypass it. No reason to kill him. Nope. Go that way. Is that the way I just came from? I guess we'll find out. Nope, this is it. This is where I want to go. Oh, there's a whole bunch of it. There's this is TOD server PvE. Non-PK and PK, using AC lingo. Then there's High Tide, which is a PvP server, Throne of Destiny. As close as it was to retail when they went into a maintenance mode. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done on a lot of them. And then there's at least one classic server. There's another TOD server that limits the number of accounts you can log on with. White server, yeah, thank you. The bunch of different flavors. This is the most populated server, but that shouldn't dissuade you from checking out any of the other ones. Well, I didn't want to go this way at all. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? All right, sir. We'll be here. Oh, Driss. Jesus Christ, Driss. I'm sorry, it took me a sec. I just had a brain fart. Driss. Derp. I am sorry about that. I've been off this week, just ill all week. Just something I just can't seem to shake. That's my excuse. I'm used to seeing Driss, not Drissicle. In the Discord, you're Driss. And so that's how I know you. You're Driss. So you're always going to be, like it or not. Necro, what's going on? Wow, a lot of old faces coming back tonight. See what happens when I stop playing Destiny for a night or two? And Schlappy. Might have the 7 mule augmentation. Nice. I have no idea where I'm at. This is the Golem room. Okay, 3. See, I thought I went somewhere else and I didn't. I went down the wrong stairway. I wanted to go down 6. Which brings me to 7. Yeah, so I have to go back. You have to go back. We're building the wall. That's not where I have to go back to. I look good, I feel like crap. So, thank you for that. Oh, come on. Sexy hair. It's pretty. It's all in the conditioner you use. And the gray. The gray makes a world of difference. Okay, this is where I wanted to go. Oh yeah, you'll definitely be starting from scratch. It's much easier on the emulators than it was on the live servers, though. Buffbot's already up and running. A lot of people already got stuff established, Tinker Mules made, all that stuff, so yeah. It won't be any problem. As you can see. XP is tweaked a little bit. What's good to hear? Did I miss something? Thank you. That's all I came here for. That and my steaks. Can't forget the steaks. Why the hell do I always do that? Take your damn hauberk and leave me alone, dude. Yeah, it really hits you right in the nostalgia. Now I have to rebuff. But if you want something a little more, I don't know what era you played in. I was back in the early days, back when it first came out. Not, you know, I wasn't involved in the beta testing or anything like that, but right after it went retail, that's when I started playing. So I like the classic servers. Why I'm on here, I don't know. I just want to check it out. Don't know how long I'll play on it, don't know how much I'll play on it. I've had characters on here since, pretty much since I brought it up. Just never, don't have time. Just don't have time for, especially for an old school MMO. But they're fun to goof around on, which is all I do. But if you want something a little more classic, there's classic server. If you want PvP, there's PvP server. You name it, it's there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Ask me anything you want. Doesn't even have to be about this game. Or gaming at all. Let's not talk about abortion anymore. Apparently people didn't like that. Really? Yeah. The classic was fun, and I really do appreciate all the hard work Zeus put into it. We got to do all that stuff again, all that classic stuff, at least as classic as you can get again, and why not just have fun with it now? Because that's what it was always intended for. Just have fun with it. It may not be there tomorrow. Yeah, I did too. I wish I'd taken more advantage of it. My problem is, and I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, I don't like playing with other people. I really don't. For a variety of reasons. I like knowing that they're there. I like talking to them. I just don't want to, do the whole adventure thing and whatnot, and be committed that commitment, because I can't commit to that kind of thing. I don't have time. I got a family. I got a life. Yada yada yada. And I just don't have the desire anymore. The desire to put in the grind, to get to the high levels, to do the content that everybody else wants to do. I just don't care that much anymore. I enjoy goofing around on them. I enjoy having fun on them, pittering, being a filthy casual. And it doesn't mean I don't like the people. I like knowing that they're there. I like talking to them in the general chat and everything. But you start to get wrapped up in it. You know what I mean? Then you realize that you're just not having fun anymore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's your priority. It should be. It should be your priority. You don't want to offend. You don't want to be a dick. But at the same time, your priorities are different. Yeah. Well, whatever. Take my pants. Am I lagging? Is that me? Mansion was a bad idea. Because then people started viewing me as some kind of guild leader or something. I am not a guild leader. I'm not a guild leader. Well, flush, Danny, flush. They hacked your toilet. It's not that I don't like people. It's I don't have that desire to play that kind of game anymore. Bindstone. Oh. Yes. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Driss. Every fucking day, 6 times a day. There's a portal. There's a life stone. There's a subway. There's 1,001 ways to get to that freaking town. It is the easiest town in the game to get to. If you trip over a rock, you'll end up in Holtburg. Oh. That's why everybody was there, because it's the easiest freaking town in the game to get to. So I was on Frostfell too. Yeah, get your questions lined up. I'm going to go grab a coffee, and there's other people here to help field too. A lot of old school Asheron's Call players here. So, how do you go about getting back into the game? First, you got to get into the Discord. I'll give you a link to the GD8. There's a link to the Discord on that website. It's at gdleac.com. Right, is it .com or .net? I forget. But let me go get my coffee. I'll be right back. And then we'll continue. Let me get my buff started also. Should have done that before I got up. Alright, be right back. Mike was saying I need to put the coffee pot closer to the desk, but some days it's the only exercise I get. So, what is it? .net or .com? Hold on, let me check that for you. .com. I was always the Mosswort Fort outside of Heavy and Toad. That was my place to go. Now, let me give you a heads up before you get started on this. It's going to be a pain in the ass getting it up and running. Some people, very few people, you know, they follow. There's a really good write-up on how to get it installed and get everything running on there, on the website. Go to the Discord too. Make sure you join their Discord. Very helpful people there. Few people get it up and running with no problems. Most people, especially if you're running Windows 10, yeah, he's a Tumorok. Running some kind of issue or another, especially with decal. Getting the game running, getting it connected to the launcher, piece of cake. It's decal that gives you the problems every freaking time. And you can't play the game without decal. You know that. I mean, you can, but it's a long, hard grind. So bear that in mind before you get started. Yeah, it's one of the new races. Tumoroks, Lugians, Gear Knights, Empyreans, Shadows. See, I've installed it dozens of times, and nearly every single time when I installed it, I didn't have any problems. A few little hiccups here and there sometimes, but for the most part, no problems. Today, when I did a fresh reinstall, there we go. Case in point. Of course, I got 500 things running at the same time too. Could not get it to run. Asking so many, and it turned out to just be something stupid. It was just something small and stupid. It was a question of administrative privileges. Just something I overlooked. You have to run Verendi if you're running decal. Everything runs through Verendi now. You're going to have problems. It's going to be frustrating. You're going to want to pull your hair out. And just when you're ready to give up, it'll start working. Where the hell did I get a Maniforge key and an MMD note? Who gave me these? Where the hell did these come from? Am I helping someone mule? I hope not. Yeah. Back when I first started playing, I was still read the MFK. Oh, thanks, Atlas. I appreciate that. I can go pick up some hookers. I'm on, my schedule's hit or miss because I'm kind of in this Destiny 2 kick right now. I just took a little break from Destiny 2 to get some Asheron's call time in. Once I burn myself out on Destiny 2, which I'm bound to do at some point, I'll probably be back to this on a more regular basis. But there's a really good community out there, so you don't have to worry about that. There's always somebody to play with. Huh? If she'll let me. I don't have control over these situations. And that's why, because I spend my money on video games. I got lucky last night. Somebody was already here doing it, so I could just follow them around. Oh, no worries. No worries. Anytime. I'm on the Discord all freaking day. I never turn it off except when I go to bed. So, there's always people around to help. And you'll need it. You will need it. But once you get it up and running, you'll be glad you spent the time to do so. It's worth the effort. Just for that stroll down memory lane, if nothing else. All right, enjoy your pizza and have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by too. Groovy. Looking forward to it. I am on every night. I do stream every night, but it's not always this. So, although I have been off the last few nights. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for bachelorhood. There's a lot to be said for, you know, parenthood too, but there's a lot to be said for bachelorhood. There are days when I miss it. But then my daughter does something cute and I get over it. The girlfriend took her to shopping. Well, I think they went to Walmart or something. I don't know. And while they were there, they took a little stroll through the toy section. Daughter found this toy microphone. In the middle of Walmart, she's just putting on a concert. Not a care in the world. Doesn't care how bad she sounds. She's just singing her little heart out. It's not necessarily a bad place to be, Schlatt. It's too easy to make bad decisions with your junk. Decisions you end up paying for the rest of your life. With Tommy, I didn't finish paying off his child support until he was, I think he was 22. So, silver linings. Always look for that silver lining. Cyber Killer, what's going on? I have a feeling it's going to be around for a while yet. If they can do it for Star Wars, they can do it for this. Galaxies, I mean. Is the Old Republic still running? Anybody happen to know offhand? Oh, you are? Good deal. That's another one I've been thinking about revisiting. Had a lot of fun on that. Just played too much of it. It's not a bad game. Jerk. Yep. This game doesn't require a line of sight. Well, back in the early days of the game, if you played a life mage, you could kill stuff like mad. Without ever, standing toe to toe with the bad guys. You just kill them through a wall. And then they nerfed life magic. Micah, my man, what's going on? How's work? That's going to be my standard question for you from now on, or for the next 6 months. How's work? Poor guy. Oh, wow, good deal. Ran right past it. Did I level again? Happens so often in this game, I don't even pay attention anymore. Who the hell is throwing stuff at me? Yeah, I wanted to try Dual-Wield. And I was really butthurt about the armor thing on the Gear Knight. No sense playing a Gear Knight if you just look like a big tall dopey guy. There was a skeleton out in the river that was shooting at me. Yeah, ding. There we go. Alright, so what am I doing now? I guess we'll move on to the level 15 stuff. Oh, the Greenmire. This is a irritating one. This is another one of those puzzle dungeons where you have to go. There's a lot of those in this game. You start here, the central hub. And then you have to go down one section to get one key, and then you have to go down another section to get another key and another one to finally end up where the Greenmeyer, Curus, and Yori reside. There's a key there, and a key there, and a key there, key there. Key 1. Green warned key. And we start by going south. How much time we got on our buffs? Yeah, we got plenty of time. Oops, I'm lost already. I zigged when I should have zagged. This brings us right back out to the beginning. Okay, good. At least we know where we're at. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. It's just one straight hallway. Okay. There's our first key. There's a note with some lore stuff if you're interested. Then we make our way back out. One of the things I always did like about Asheron's Call is you don't have to stop and kill everything if you really don't feel like it. You can just run past the vast majority of it as long as you're buffed. You got a pretty wide margin of error. Then we have to go east. Hit that rock, what? What? What the hell? Oh, I need key 3 for that. I need key 3 to get key 2. Well, you didn't tell me that. I can just pick the lock. How about that? How about that? Yeah. Stinking keys. Excuse me. Excuse me. It's easy to get bogged down in this dungeon. And the next thing you know, all your buffs are gone. There's a lot of spellcasters in there too, so you gotta watch your health. I think it's a little noisy. There's the green Mariari. And you have to run all the way back to the beginning. Come on, dude, move. Move! You're holding up progress. Oh, I didn't know there was a chest here. Wait. I don't want to go this way. And back at the beginning. So we've gone south and we've gone east. Let's go north. Apparently you can just pick the doors, so you don't need all the keys if you have lockpick. Now we went north. No. The only thing up here is the other key. Yeah, might as well get it. We're here. Is that it? Yeah. And another piece of lore. And then that leaves west. Okay, still not where we need to be. Where are we at? Got the Yari. What the heck? Let's keep running. There's cheese. I believe these both go up to the same place. Oh hell, I don't even know anymore. Excuse me. I know the place we need to finally end up with is up. The big old wheel of cheddar. Of course, I don't think they call it cheddar. This is not where we need to be. We already came here.
Splendid, chum. This looks like a job for legal tender.
Micah, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Looking around for a notification. I forgot I can't see those things. Come on, fellas, move. Yeah. Muchly appreciated. Here every night. I've been off the last few nights because I was ill, but I'm still here every night. Every freaking night. Oof. You're blocking a public freeway. I do appreciate it. Okay, we don't want anything up here. I think what we need to do is go down.
Well, that's new.
Oh, Necro, thanks for the sub, sir. Thank you very much. Ah, this is it. All right. Knew we'd get there eventually. Which one of these keys fits it? Okay, how about my lockpick? Does that fit it? Yeah, it fits it. That's why lockpick is always going to be one of the best skills in the game. Except for very few, or other than very few exceptions. Many of these dungeons, these key dungeons, where you have to get key A to get through door A, and key B to get through door B. Or just use your freaking lockpicks. See, again. And there's our cuirass. Cuirass. Iron crown. Ah, my ear just started ringing. Oh yeah, I guess that too. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. No, sorry. I'm tired playing with you. You're no more fun. I have to take this to some dude and get it repaired. Yeah. That's a bunch of crap. We were in Nagina in EverQuest. And there was this jail area down in the bottom. And I'm playing my big old dopey ogre. Doop, 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 doop. And gotta pull the guy out and kill him and get the key and go and get the other key to get the other key to get the other key. It's one of those things, you know, like just like that dungeon was. But in EverQuest, only rogues can have lockpick. And I was playing a big old dopey ogre Shadow Knight. And here comes a little dwarf. Just walks right through the bars of the jail cell. Little bastard. It was Micah. Alright, where the hell do I have to take this thing? Oh, it's already repaired. Don't have to take it anywhere. Just have to go hand it in. Oh, excuse me. Always takes me like 2 days to recover from her being off for 2 days. She completely throws my schedule out of whack. I'm a schedule person. Sorry, I can't help it. But I'm one of those schedule people. I do everything at, you know, this at this time, this at this time, this at this time, and I have to be because of the beast. You know, I have to keep her on a schedule, which means I have to stay on a schedule. Otherwise, she'll be up till 3 in the morning. But then when the girlfriend's off, that all goes out the window, and it takes me forever to get back on track. And just as I get everything back on track, she's off again. So she's gonna have to move out. It's just too disruptive. Dang. God, what level am I now? 19. Look at that. Just made this character tonight. And we're already at level 19. And anybody else would be level 75 by now. It's actually not bad. Find some sleeves to go with it. What about the Yari? Is that a... It's a light weapon. Figures. All the good stuff's light weapons. Alright, let's go clear out our bags a little bit and then we'll do the next two. Hideous looking thing, isn't he? Very green. Very green. And as soon as we find some sleeves to go with it, we'll swap that out. Why am I lifestone in Yarak? Makes no sense. Oh, Atlas, I don't know if you're still here, but I should have sworn this guy to one of your characters just to pass up the XP I do get. I'm afraid to go to Holberg now. Apparently Holberg is cursed. Causes you to get disconnected. Although I see people there all the time. I don't know. Somebody buy my stuff. Who are you? Scribe. I don't need a scribe. I cannot stand Rithwick. It is the most irritating freaking town because I never know who to sell what to whom. In Holberg, I knew you just go to the one guy, he buys everything. Rithwick doesn't have that guy. In this game, only certain vendors will buy, or Like an armorer will only buy armor, a weaponsmith will only buy weapons, that kind of thing. You know, there's some exceptions, but generally that's the rule. And but there's a general vendor in Holberg who just buys whatever. See, this guy does not buy jewelry. This guy uses finesse weapons, so I don't need to keep any light weapons. Oh. Oh, wow. Look at that damage on that. That is ridiculous. I didn't realize that was such a good dagger. We're using it. Goodbye, Academy Spear. I mean, it's a huge variance, but he doesn't buy stakes apparently. Oh, what are you doing? It's important to scatter them around. Used to get the torches. They have torches in the game you can hold in your hand. So it provides light, I guess. You should just buy a whole bunch of them. And then spell out messages on the ground that you could see from way up in the air. Ears ringing. So if you see me cocking my head, it's not because I'm having a stroke or anything. It's just me, this constant me, my ear from that dungeon, all the spell effects going off. That should be good enough. Okay, one more buff. One more buff, one more cup of coffee. Be right back. Ba-da-boom, ba-da-bing. And we're back. Spend some of our crusty XP on that. What's the benefit to raising Dual-Wield? Who's that? Any other person? Nope. And once again, I forgot to hit the lifestone. All buffed up, nowhere to go. I believe there's a gem you can get that takes you right back to the facility hub. Check that. Ah. Does it? I watched, what was it? PewDiePie did a demo playthrough. It looked, but I like the idea of the Resident Evil games. I cannot stand playing them because of that wonky controls that they always have. Collier Mines. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of good in those games. I don't mean to diss on the Resident Evil, any of the Resident Evil games. Where the hell am I at? Oh, that's right, the town's up the road. Good games. Not disputing that at all. I just cannot stand the control scheme. Last Resident Evil I played was 7. I think on a. I mean, I streamed like 4 or something like that at one point. Never did finish it. But the last one I did a complete playthrough of. was 7, and I enjoyed the puzzles and the story and all that stuff so much that I dealt with the wonky control scheme. The first game I ever played that legitimately scared me was a Resident Evil 1. Is that what it was? Where the dog jumps through the window in the very beginning? Scared the shit out of me. I was playing it was middle of the night, real late at night, had all the lights out on PlayStation, the original PlayStation. And I didn't know anything about it, never played it before. And go down the hallway, kill that zombie, and of course that freaked me out a little bit. But, you know, I figured I killed the zombies, I'd already been down that hallway. Hey, you got some sleeves. That is hideous. Didn't think anything of it, and then that dog came through the window, and literally the controller flew across the room, came disconnected from the PlayStation. Scared the bejeebus out of me. I just start laughing my ass off. Alright, where do you get a load of this one? Coal your mine. Should be able to pick most of these. Yeah, it is. I completely agree. You gotta find the connecting corridors. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that brings you here. Well, let's just start running around. This is a nightmare of a dungeon. Just long. Resident Evil 7 didn't. I mean, there's some jump scares, of course, but you know, I was older by then and a little more jaded. It didn't scare me so much; it just creeped me out. Really disturbing game. The beginning was the worst part. Just disturbing. Definitely worth a shot, worth a playthrough. Definitely worth a playthrough. See, that'll take me right there. If I get through this door. Impossible to pick. Damn it. Where do I get key 5 from? Yeah, I can see that, but the oh, you son of a whore! How the hell did weakness 3 drop me down that far? That is ridiculous. Oh, my buff's dropped. Shit, I gotta get out of here. My strength buff dropped. Finesse weapon doesn't use strength. So I didn't get a strength buff along with my buff package. That's problematic. %18% burden. Look at that. Derp, derp, derp. There were a lot of the zombies in that game, like where you shoot the head off of one of the zombies. You know, in Resident Evil 1, it would have 1 through 3 or whatever, would have killed it. But in this one, frequently this large, wormy, snaky thing would come out of the neck hole, and then you'd have to kill that. So you'd have to kill it twice because they were infested with this, or infected with this parasite. So they weren't like zombies; they were, you know. This is what happens when you run out of buffs on Asheron's Call. Life starts to suck really bad. Yeah, I think I might have played that. The original version. I wish you could just request a specific. Yes, you can. Thank you very much. I don't want to do Call Your Minds now, I just don't have it in me. Shit, I just used my gem. I remember shooting him with a rocket launcher multiple times. He was that was the bad guy in one of the Mila Jovovich movies too. or at least based on. Okay, this one's okay. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That's the one I did play then. Because that guy was a pain in the ass. Egg Orchard, EO Egg Orchard. I believe this map or this dungeon's too complicated. There's a bunch of undead. Turban. So many games over the years. So hard to keep track of. Well, half of them. Did I play it? Did I not play it? I don't know. Sounds familiar. The dungeon maps in the game used to be, or in this add-on used to be much more interactive, but you can't get those anymore. Okay, that's where I'm at right there. So 4 takes me to there. Okay, yeah, that's where I want to go. So left. Are you going to be doing any more streaming, Danny? I was kind of hoping you'd pick up some of the EQ slack for me. Somebody was just here. Oh, good. Make sure you post it. Post a link in the Discord, just so people know. That's fine. Gathorn will be up. He's just getting done with his coffee around that time. Thompson, that's about midnight for Thompson. I have to wait for the respawn. Excuse me. Did you? Yeah. Yeah, it is. God, that was a brutal level. I'm still 40 on the Shadow Knight. I was 41 briefly. I got so burned out. So burned out. What do you mean? Then you're just getting into the good levels where you can start screaming at people and calling them sexually suggestive names and on the live servers you're just getting started at 40. You're still a noob. Got 3 accounts on the live servers, and most of the characters are over 40. Because it's so easy to get to 40 now. Hell, you can do 20 in an afternoon. City of Mist, I think, was an eye-opener for me when we went there that one night. Tommy was on. I saw Tommy was on the live server earlier today. It's not P99, but it can be fun. I honestly, I think it can be more fun because it's not as grindy. I mean, it's not as, you see progress. Something you don't see a lot of, especially in later levels in P99, is that sense of progress. But you see that pretty steadily through, right up through level 70 or so, 70, 80. Then it really starts to slow down a bit. Become more group dependent. It's a little more competition for camps and whatnot. But even then, it's there's so many areas to play on the live servers now. It's so much content. At level 8, you're still in the newbie dungeon, and you can do it anyway. You can do the Candace, or not the Candace Keep. That's this game. Crescent Reach. You can do the Crescent Reach grind and just follow the path through the levels, or you can go exploring the old world, all those places that you wanted to go and never got to. It's a great opportunity to do that. So you got more options. Well, you don't have to worry too much about a healer because you can have a mercenary. I don't know how you feel melee versus caster class and whatever. I mean, some people have a preference of one over the other. I'm a melee guy. Good chance to try out a ranger. Yeah, if so, before you know it. Shut up. I love my gingerbread man. He was awesome. And when you're sitting around medding, you have something to snack on. He doesn't mind. Eat too much, he just respawns. Where is the dude? There you are. Oh, he has a human face. See that? That is creepy as hell. I have a new hat. What was it he wanted? The shield? And ding. And we got a new hat. Not that you can see it. Alright, 2:30. I'm wrapping up, folks. Thank you very much for hanging out and all the support and everything tonight. Back on tomorrow night with something. I might just do this again. Until then, you folks have a great evening and a great week. Bard is, sorry, before I go, Bard is more of a support character now. I mean, you can solo with it with a mercenary, but it's more conducive to have it follow your monk around. So there you go. All right. Good night.